Hi, my name is Bob Sullivan. I'm a patient of Dr. Marty Coleman, and I would like to share with you my experiences with Dr. Coleman and his staff. This past summer, I did injure my shoulder. I was about 10 feet up in the air on a ladder, trimming up some bushes when the ladder kind of tilted, and I came tumbling down and landed directly on my shoulder. At that point, I am a veteran, so my wife took me to the Hampton VA Medical Center, which I've had outstanding treatment ever since I've been going there. They did x-rays, they did an MRI on it, and their orthopedic section said that the damage was so extensive that they really could not help me. And they asked me if I knew of anyone here locally in orthopedic that I would like to be referred to. At that time, I had heard a couple good things about Dr. Coleman and his staff, and so I mentioned his name to the Hampton VA Medical Center, and they said they would reach out to Dr. Coleman and see if he would be willing to take me on as a patient. Within the hour, I got a call back from the Hampton VA Medical Center saying that not only had Dr. Coleman agreed to take me on, but he would like to see me the very next day. So the very next day, I went and saw Dr. Coleman, brought my x-rays, brought my MRI, and basically he looked at it all and said that the damage was very extensive. I had completely torn my rotator cuff, the tendons had rolled back up, the bicep and tricep kind of detached and were displaced, but that he could fix it if I was willing to do the things that he asked me to do after he fixed it. So he did schedule me for surgery at that point. And we did have the surgery. It was back September 8th, about 90 days ago. He said it was a complete success, but in order for it to be successful, I had to follow his aftercare program, which I did. It's now been 90 days, and I can truly, from my heart, tell you that during that 90 days, there's been some soreness, but I've had absolutely zero pain since day one of the surgery. And 90 days later, I've got full mobility back in my shoulder. He has cleared me to do everything I was doing beforehand, to include CrossFit training. And I am just absolutely thrilled with everything that Dr. Coleman and his staff did for me, because now I can resume my normal life. Basically 90 days after surgery, I'm back up and operating as I was before. So thank you, Dr. Coleman and your staff. I was absolutely concerned because you can tell by my gray hair, retirement's not too far away. My wife and I have worked extraordinarily hard to be able to have the retirement that we desire, to include travel, doing the things what we want, when we want, and so forth. And with this shoulder injury, I really was worried that, oh, how is this going to impact our future? But now we have no worries whatsoever after all the help that Dr. Coleman has provided for my shoulder and his staff. I had never met Dr. Coleman, but a couple people that I have spoken to who had shoulder surgeries said that they had shoulder surgeries with him, and they highly recommended him. And so it was based on that. I just followed up on their recommendations from trusted friends who have used him before and who had success with it. Gave his name to the Hampton VA and met him the very next day. Was very pleased with what he didn't give me any nonsense. He was strict with me. He told me what I had to do in order to be successful. And as a veteran, you know, I know how to follow orders. And so I committed and vowed to do exactly everything that he said to do, and the results are there.